Hey everyone, Mother Nature strikes again. Another 3 to 5 inches of snow. This will be fun. Got the steel unloaded, starting to make a deck. What's up everybody? Back for another day. Ready to get some more done on this deck. Sorry I didn't have the camera rolling yesterday, but we got a lot done. So that's where we're sitting right now. So we're building the thing basically upside down. It's actually backwards and upside down. But this will be the driver's side, that's the passenger side, this is the front. We flipped the diamond plate over so it's on the ground because we know this floor is pretty much level. And we know those sheets we measured them out and they're square enough, more square than we can make it. So we just built off of that and used 4-inch channel for around the outside, 3-inch channel for the middles or for the cross members and the stringers. So I think that should do it. After talking to Dad for a little bit last night, I think we're gonna move these stringers out just a little bit so they fit on the frame rail a little bit different. For mounting purposes, and then we'll add a few more pieces. I'll show you that after we're done, but got that to do. Weld it up, then we'll put it on here, get this deck put on this frame, get stairs built, and get railing built. That's pretty much it. Mount the mixing pot. You know, we got to build railing and gates because we got to get gates to where they open up, you know, so we can load chemical and totes and all the products we need for going out in the field. So let's get to it. Another update, end of another long day, but we got a decent amount done today. I have the deck all welded up. I got her flipped over, which is quite a circus. I wish I would have filmed that, but that's all right. Got her set up here on jack stands. Got to get it level. Gonna start building some railing. You know, something off each corner. Here's gonna be where our stairs, you know, you walk up, there'll be 3 or 4 stairs up into this thing. Mixing pot will go somewhere in here is what we're thinking. Have room to put 2 shuttles up here and another 2 back here if we wanted, or pallets, or maybe a couple bulk container, like, you know, something that we could pump out of a shuttle into these so they're smaller, they don't take as much room. But we gotta build our railing, build we'll build gates so you can open them up to get the forklift in here, or to get the forklift, you know, so we can put pallets on. But other than that, it's pretty much done. But get her laid up here on the frame and make mounts. You know, get the mixing pot, mount it down and paint her up, put it on. It's pretty much it, pretty simple. And then it's on to plumbing, which we're gonna have a lot of plumbing. So that'll be another video. But hopefully tomorrow we can get this handrails knocked out and maybe get the headache rack, you know, touched up what it needs to have done. And then we got a couple more exhaust clamps, like these ones to hold the stack. We ordered, well, my brother thought he ordered 2, but we only ended up with 1. So we gotta order another one of those, but way overpriced for what they are. But that's how she goes when you want 8-inch stacks, so. Well, stay tuned. So it's been a few days since I last updated you guys, but as you can tell, we got a lot done. Got the deck on, fabbed up these mounts. They're pretty simple, but and then we're gonna end up running a spring. So we bought these springs. They're just pre-made off-the-shelf springs at our local spring shop, but that way when the deck goes through the field, or when the truck goes through the field and it flexes on the frame, the deck can give a little bit. It'll be on spring instead of just solid mounted, because this is pretty long and it can get to twisting and stuff, and I'd rather have springs in there than just solid mounted. But that was pretty simple. And then we got our gates built. Pretty simple square tubing. Got our expanded metal in there, which I'm not sure how many of you guys have dealt with expanded metal, but it's not fun. It sucks. It's like nothing is square, so you can't just measure it and cut it out. But basically you got to get it kind of close, rough out the edges, and then come in here with a die grinder and finish it off and then weld it up. But I don't know, guess I'm being dramatic, but it wasn't fun. It took forever just because of the expanded metal to do these gates. But then we bought these little barrel hinges. Pretty cool. They just slip onto these. This is the other half of them, but they got this little copper or brass washer in here, and they got grease zerks on the top so you can grease it, so it should work pretty well for what we need. And then if we ever need to take these gates off, it's super simple. You just unlatch the thing and pull it off. So it'll work good for what we need. But all the gates are done. The one for here is sitting there. But we got these stairs kind of roughed out. We ran into a few problems with the first design that I did, because I just solid mounted them, and we ended up, it was 16 inch, the first step, so to step up onto the deck was 16 inches high, and that was a really good starting point for what we wanted, you know, like our first step to be. But then we stepped back and looked at it, and we were like, it's a little too low to the ground. You know, 16 inches was like, I mean, it's virtually here. And with the steps being in between the front axle and the rear axle, we thought if we go up over something, or, you know, pulling into a field, that step is going to be too low. So we ended up coming up with a new idea, and I think we're going to get a couple air pneumatic cylinders, one for each side, and every time you release the brakes, it sends air to these and lifts this step up. You know, we basically have it roughed out to what we want, but it's basically channel, and it's going to slide, another piece of channel is going to slide inside of it, and then we got some nylon that we cut out that'll go on each side and then the back. That way it helps it slide. And basically your cylinder is going to mount somewhere on the deck and then down here, or somewhere on here, and then basically it'll just be a gravity down thing, and then as soon as you release the brakes, it sends air to those cylinders, lifts it up, and away you go. And that way you got, you know, it's like 21 inches of clearance now, and that's plenty, I think, for what we need. But that way, if the truck's ever out of air pressure, the step will always be down. You can always get in and out of this thing. And then as soon as you go, you know, you release the brakes, it lifts up, and then you don't have any problems. So it should work good in theory, but this is farmer built, so it's not true engineering, but it should work good. But basically got that, got to finish up some welding, and then paint the dang thing, finish up these stairs. But pretty much I think that's it. You know, we got our got these pieces of aluminum here, and that's going to be our manifold for our product. Basically we're going to go hydraulic, so we're going to have a PTO and a pump. We need to find a reservoir, and then we'll have our motor mounted to our product pump, and so that'll all be right here, which it's actually really long. It's like going to be into here. Oh, that's what this black line is. So it's basically going to be from the stairs to this black line. That's going to be our product pump. And then we're going to have a couple manifolds in here with valves going everywhere. That way we can determine where the flow is going. But then we got this aluminum pipe to go into the that way we can run along here from our tank outlets, you know. So that'll be all hard. That won't be, you know, hose. It'll be hard line. That way it lasts for a while. But basically that's it. You know, we got to finish up this deck, get it painted, get our plumbing done, and then that's pretty much it. So I think I'll leave this video. This will be the end of this video, so stay tuned. You know, we got a lot more to come, and if you look outside, it looks like spring, so I'm assuming in the next week or two we're going to be getting in the field. So stay tuned, because that's when the fun starts.